So the first thing I wanted to talk about was a meme from last week. This sketch comedian Druski dressed up in it looked like he was sitting in a makeup chair for like 17 hours to perform this skit in what people are calling Whiteface. And he went to a NASCAR event and he was like doing the whole Larry the Cable Guy sort of impression. I heard that it offended a lot of people. I heard that white people were very triggered by this. And I've looked for the evidence and I simply cannot find all of these white people who are offended by this Whiteface sketch. So first, let's take a look at that sketch.
Okay.
And we'll get our impressions.
Let's see if I get this.
He was also being like straight up racist to black people. And by the way, he's black. If you didn't know, Druski is black.
It's hard to tell. With the
I don't know if the black people interacting with him could tell that he was in Whiteface.
I don't think they could.
So let's see this.
Okay, so right now it just has me on the article. So maybe I press.
We gotta have all three of us.
There we go.
Yes.
Boy.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Here's the love. Here's the honor. If you can't come in her, come on her.
This is that guy who's just proud to be American.
Driving while drinking.
This is awesome.
Hey, Suanna. Suanna. She's not listening. Hey, come up. You need to listen to your nana. Go ahead, baby. Girl, you crazy now.
Deepest drag I've ever seen on a cigarette.
The laugh is incredible.
It is.
Yeah, that guy had no idea.
Hey, me, Ma. How you doing,
Didn't see
baby?
it.
How you doing, baby?
The tan lines too. Crazy attention to detail.
Oh my god.
Hey, you lost, boy?
No, I'm going to the race.
What race?
NASCAR race.
You going to NASCAR?
Yes, sir. A little bit.
You ain't lost, is you?
Race, sir.
Sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Find something safe to do, boy. Yeah. If liquor don't kill us, pussy must.
What a patriot.
Patriot.
07s. Just feeling the breeze in that mullet.
Yeah! Woo! Bring on the troops, baby! Oh, that fucker will go. I see. Dan Arthur.
Randy Van Denver.
Dan Arthur. Oh, South Dakota.
Yeah.
Damn right. Proud to be American.
He really committed to the bit. The first thing I thought was like, it must be so uncomfortable to be covered in that stage makeup all day, plus the wig in the middle of summer.
See,
and the tattoos.
The thing is he's in urban camouflage for that situation, right?
Right.
Like, there wasn't a single person there that second guessed this man being exactly what he appeared to be, and I promise you that.
Really? It wouldn't even give you an Uncanny Valley
Nope.
vibe?
I probably would have cheers this guy if he walked past me.
Yeah.
I would have been like,
I would
who
just
the
be like,
was
he's-
that guy? You know, but
You just like must have like alcohol fetal syndrome or something. But like it totally passes sniff tech. This is the most pro-white piece of media made in the last 30 to 40 years.
yeah.
Really? Okay, so we're a panel of whites, obviously. I don't
Right.
think any of us are profoundly offended by this, but I heard that he was receiving significant backlash for this sketch with the proof of exactly 2 tweets. This one saying, after this stunt, blackface is okay now? And then
Yeah.
another one saying, he needs to be canceled for this. This is absolutely awful. Other than those 2 tweets, I did not see a single person saying that they found this offensive. Literally everyone else thought it was funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
could
is
literally
it.
see this just being.
This is I mean, if you look at the tweet here, I mean, the person tweeting this, it doesn't even appear to be white. Joe Elias Jr. I don't know.
Right.
This is like stolen valor kind of thing.
Little
Because I
bit.
think every quirked up white boy saw this and just felt something inside.
One of the responses said
thought it
the
was
world's
hilarious.
most soft brain alcoholic white comedian is going to do blackface and get canceled, and we're going to enter into the absolutely dumbest discourse cycle of all time. They're saying that because Druski did this sketch in whiteface, that a white comedian is going to do a sketch in blackface to like
Right.
reach across the aisle because
Yeah.
it signals that everything's okay now and
That's
race
generally the
relations
law
are
of
back.
equivalent
Like,
exchange. Yeah,
We're
that's-
living in racial harmony now because of Druski's bit.
Yeah,
it
but we
kinda-
won't be.
Yeah,
It'll
and
ignite a
I don't
fire.
think that's gonna happen, and I still have not seen any white comedian do blackface in response to Druski's bit.
Yeah.
So that just isn't real. That's fan
Give it
fiction.
time. With the idea floating around and in the air, someone's gonna be like, you know what? That's a really good idea.
It sounds like they're hoping for that to happen.
Of
It
course
was-
they
but-
are.
Yeah, because it's like the whole thing with blackface was that the reason it was offensive in the first place was the minstrel show aspect, where it was like shoe polish and that sort of thing, versus like Jimmy Kimmel, where he just did makeup to look somewhat black.
Well, that's not deemed okay either.
I know it's not deemed
for
okay,
the
but it's
record.
like it's just So this is just him using makeup to look like a white
This
person
is-
versus like a minstrel show, like he paints himself. with
This
bleach or
is Robert
something.
Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is-
but Robert Downey Jr. would be roundly canceled for that if people in my generation were aware that he did it.
It's been brought up multiple times in the last 10 years, and the cancel never caught on. And I don't know if that's because it's Robert Downey Jr. and maybe he's beloved by all racial communities, or if it just, he did such a good job. It was a movie. It wasn't offensive in any way, at least not to me. Like, I have a very similar feeling about this situation. This
you're-
guy didn't offend me at all. I thought
You're
it was
white.
hilarious.
You're not allowed to decide whether
Right.
or not it's offensive.
But in this
when Robert Downey
situation,
Jr. does
I'm
it.
allowed to, right? Because now this is a black guy making fun of my race.
Right.
And I still
Right.
think it's hilarious. So
Is it just me, or does this guy that he's making fun of like kind of not exist? Am I just
not
like?
anymore. No.
I feel like this guy is.
there are guys
an
like this out there.
anachronism.
There are guys like this out there.
I think they
Guaranteed.
mostly died of alcohol and obesity related diseases about 10 years ago, but they did exist.
A lot of them died of COVID.
COVID. It
So-
took a lot of, and so this is why I think this is almost a testament. 'Cause
this is a
actually
good
very
old
beauti-
boy.
Yes,
Good
this is a
old
very-
boys don't die young.
This is a very beautiful depiction of what the American South was like, because those kind of guys were a lot of fun. They would get really fired up about Dale Earnhardt. You know, he's not dead. He's just one lap ahead. These sorts of things. And you go to a NASCAR race now, you don't see that.
I don't go to NASCAR races, so I don't
I was
know
just
the
at one, yeah.
clientele. Did you see anyone like this?
No,
there?
no. Everyone just looks just kind of like.
Isn't
still
it basically just like normal white dudes in shorts and flip flops?
not quite there? Like there's
The
look,
retiree guys, yeah.
it's still pulling from a very dysgenic sector of the American population, which I come from. So, but it's not quite. You're not getting someone that proud to be an American anymore.
Ozempic wiped a lot of these people out as well.
Yeah.
You're just not, when you're on Ozempic, you're not asserting yourself in spaces anymore because
Right.
you take up less space.
Right.
Obviously. My question is just, who is the universally beloved person who could follow up on this and make the blackface sketch that everyone's talking about? Could it be Theo Vaughn? Theo Vaughn responded to this and said, "Wow, anyone do hair and makeup? Hit my DMs. I feel a Jerry curl coming on."
Yeah.
With one of the moon emoji.
He definitely could. I think I get the feeling, the sense that black people are starting to get exasperated with Theo Vaughn. Have you noticed
Really?
this? Yeah.
Why?
I think you just see it in the discourse. Like they're just feeling like they're getting tired of him. Like it's strange, but I've seen it a lot. I wish I had some material prepared, but you'll see some like little snippy tweets every once in a while at Theo Vaughn, like, all right, now he's pushing it. They'll say that.
Well, here were
kinda
some of the
stuff.
responses to Theo Vaughn. Please do it. You're already tiptoeing the line.
Right.
Just go full racist white boy already,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we see which guests pull up to your show then. Like, that's a white person that commented that, getting offended preemptively before he even does the bit, which he probably is not going to.
Looks
Do
like
we have a 20 here?
This is from Pop Culture Junkie. Having had to wear makeup to be a clown on a kids' TV show for a season, I think that it's an Academy Award level makeup application. But based on my experience, taking it off was probably a real pain.
We also have another from Kelsey Dixon in Canadian dollars. A little late on this one, but wedding cake tradition is to freeze and eat some after a year. I absolutely froze our cake and it was delicious. I totally recommend. Just protect from freezer burn with aluminum foil. Okay, so a year out is different than if you wait like 10 to 20 to 50.
I thought you were like spot on with that. I thought it was like you had to wait some like
I thought you had
ridiculous
to wait till
amount of time.
like a way later
Yeah.
anniversary.
This also reminds me her message is because also part of it was that Theo Von went after a section of white people that white people already make fun of and actually kind of look down on anyway. Where like if Kelsey, like what she's pointing out is if Druski went after like a white wedding, there probably would be people that would be offended because that's something that's a bit more like, you know, people like about
We were at a
white
predominantly
people.
white wedding.
Yeah, and it's like there would be a lot of material, but it would feel much meaner and whatnot. It's like
So this doesn't feel mean-spirited to you guys?
I mean, it's definitely mean, but it's because he's going after a phenotype of white people that white people
It
make
feels
fun
like
of.
it does feel like punching down,
It's 100%
essentially
punching
because
down.
this guy doesn't exist anymore.
But all of Theo Von's bits are not Theo Von. All of Druski's bits are punching down because he's always making fun of like the working class.
Another one responded to Theo Von saying, "Y'all have to stop with this fake victim shit." What did Theo Von say that made it sound like he was offended at all?
And the people again. There
Thank you guys. First crisis party of the day.
we go. There we go. Brandon, you gonna bust a move? I got one hand here. I gotta move. Boom. Back. Yeah.
And another one said, Druski is actually funny, though. I'm sorry, but Theo Von is funny. Like, you can't
Theo
argue with
Von's
that.
pretty funny. I think I think someone that would probably get away with it in a weird way would be like a Mark Norman.
Okay, here's a response from a black person saying, Jerry curl, the skit flopped before you even went to hair and makeup. Okay.
There's still a section that uses Jerry curl. I think.
Not you being in your feelings, LOL. Like, he's not saying anything about being offended by it. They
Right.
just, it's almost like they wanted white people to be offended by the Druski bit, but they just weren't. And so they didn't get the satisfaction they were hoping for.
And he also so he parodied a section of white people, the phenotype that doesn't really exist anymore. Those that do exist in some proximity are like the most easygoing types of white people too. Like they're to be the first ones that would think that's funny. Versus there's more serious phenotypes of white people he could have made fun of that actually would people be
The
uncomfortable. They wouldn't
Deloitte
say
in
anything.
Detroit guy.
Yeah,
the
if he
guy
were-
who
yeah.
works at Deloitte and lives in Detroit.
If he did
Actually,
Whiteface but did Hub's life, that would be really funny.
Yeah.
And I think there would be a little more people like
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
This maybe could heal race relations in this country. He does whiteface, you do blackface, meet up and make content together. It's like some Fox show where you swapped races. Would Druski be down though?
Like a Freaky Friday movie, but it's just a Theo Von and Druski swapping. That would
Like,
work.
is it really
That
a
would work.
two-way street though? Like I still for
It's
some
definitely
reason
not.
doubt
This
that
is
it's a
trap.
two-way street.
Yeah, this is a total trap.
It was bait, I think.
Yeah.
He was just trying to see what kind of reaction he could get, and then he followed it up on Instagram with another video caption like, "Am I canceled?"
Yeah.
Like, no one canceled you. No one was offended. No one was asking for an apology.
No, Druski
Stop.
can operate with essentially impunity now. Like he can go after any section of the population and.
Do you
probably
think
get
that
away
was a
with it.
backfire? Do you
Druski's posts?
You think that like that was part of his plan was to just try to see if he could get canceled over it to show that it was like a thing, or
Kind of. I do think if you say that you're being canceled for the joke when demonstrably that's not true, it just kills the punchline
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, it's like when a woman tweets something like very, very like intentionally grating, and then is like, "Wow, this got to the right people," or like, "Oh, the incels are mad about this one," but they literally tweeted just like, "Yeah, we should just kill all men."
Muting this.
Yeah,
Donate
muting
to
this.
Palestine.
yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah, I think Druski was hoping, and a lot of Druski's fans were hoping that this was going to offend the whites, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, that tweet you highlight. Yeah, it's like it seems the Hispanics are upset for us.
Maybe the Hispanics are the only ones who are offended,
Yeah.
but they weren't even like in the conversation. So
Right. I
I'm
mean, maybe it's
confused.
because the ICE raids are ramping up and these sorts of things, so they maybe feel like, okay, well,
I feel
if
like
they-
they're not getting enough attention.
they-
honestly,
yeah.
I was more offended by the Phillies fan lady.